All right, guys, we are rocking. I have a very special guest today on the Perseverance podcast. Guys, I'm super relaxed because today I got to visit a friend, a colleague, someone that I've known for 4.5 years, who's been building his legacy since I've known him. I'm in right now a beautiful business called Omedome Recovery Room, and I'm here today with my friend, I think a champion in the making, Omiely Jackson. Omeily, thank
What's
you
up,
for
my
being on the
brother?
Perseverance
Cool.
podcast. Pleasure to be here. How are you?
My pleasure. I'm good, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, bro, we just had an amazing experience, and I want to talk a little bit about what went through this business. So, I came in, we went through a cold plunge, we went through a sauna as well.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the inception of this entire business. Where did this come from? This idea for this business?
Well, if you compete in a lot of sports or if you just train, you get injured every day, and then you have to deal with that. So personally, it's something I've been looking to address, and I've been addressing it in my own personal life. Getting an infrared sauna for myself, a little cold plunge, and a bunch of other stuff, and it's been helping me. So getting into recovery after playing the tough guy game, I thought it would be good to bring it to everybody else. It's like you have a little gold, and you want to be like, oh, hey, check this out, it's cool too, just sharing it. Yeah, so
That's what it is.
that's kind of the idea behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Omeily, I wanna go into your story a little bit because not a lot of people really know your story. I've seen it differently than most people. You know, so back in 2021, right? This is 2021 at the time. I get hired at a gym, right around the same time that you get hired at the gym. I didn't get hired to be a trainer at the time. I was a sales rep, right? And I had to do sales work there. And then I met you,
Yeah.
right? We started working there, trying to make a name for ourselves. 100 commission base, right? And then you have a little base wage, right? That you made as well too for every sale that you make. And I knew that from that moment on, your heart was in training, not in sales, right? It was about the training. I want people to kind of know how your story has been because your story reminds me of like the hero's journey a little bit. Someone who kind of, not a little bit, a lot. Someone who carried his authenticity from inception. You didn't bend and bow down to what the company wanted you to do. You always had your own rhythm and flow, right? Where did this passion for you in fitness start from? Like, where did this all come from? The upbringing up until this point now, and even when I first met you in 2021, where did fitness start for you?
Well, I think it was embedded in me from a kid. Like, I grew up in Portland, Jamaica. My grandpa, Port Antonio, hilly, isolated, no running water, hardly any electricity.
Wow.
It was like a farm setting. We had pigs and cows, chickens, and we farm our own food. I remember the pumpkins and the yams and the peppers and the carrots, the sugar cane, coconuts,
Wow.
guinea trees,
Wow.
everything, orange trees
Wow.
you could think of. There was an apple tree, but that didn't bear a lot. But pineapple, everything, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's coming from there. I'm used to seeing all my grandpa knows is to work hard, physical, manual labor. He was a raft captain. So when the tourists would come, he would do that and farm and hustle and just work. So seeing that, idolizing kind of my grandpa, wanting to be strong like him, as a kid. You just follow him around and do everything that he does, until you start making it a routine. So it kind of happened naturally where you get into fitness and physical labor, but you don't think of it as physical. It's just everyday life setting, just doing that.
So this is immense hardship. This is no running water. This is manual labor. This is not seeing much opportunity. right? So the world that you saw was just this world, right? The farmland and manual labor.
Opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, opportunity is a weird word, you know.
Or not. I wouldn't say opportunity. I would say a life outside of what you know.
At the time, it was all I know.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like
Yeah.
that's what you do, and merit. There's merit to working hard. Like
Mm.
you know, you go to school and you get an A. You feel good because the teacher's proud. Like, okay, the more physical labor you can do in that setting, the more how do you say it?
Crops that you grow.
Not
the
just
more.
crops that you grow, but your status. That was the judge's status there. Hard work and well, in the culture that I grew up in, the household, you had to get up, do the dishes, and sweep the kitchen, and it's like the kitchen. We lived in the kitchen. It's literally made from cut down trees.
Wow.
Cut down trees and zinc, galvanized. Anyway.
Wow.
And it was all board houses. As I said, you had to bring your jugs and fill the water up miles away and then walk up the hill with them. And that's kind of just... So the more water you're going to be able to carry, the more valuable you'll be to the house and to the people that you live with. You're the it if you can carry a lot of water back and you can make 100 trips. So you kind of naturally just aspire to do as much physically as you can. You know, the more pumpkins you reap or yams you dig or bananas you carry, the more money you're gonna bring in. So you naturally kind of wanna be able to make 100 trips with heavy bags of yams, or you know, the more water you're able to bring to the cows, because we had like huge drums and we had to or the rain would be, you know, what we did, like laundry and dishes, and we sometimes we drank it, but we'd boil it first. So
this is from the ground up. This is very from the ground living, you know,
so
very to the earth.
It's just natural to kind of compete.
Yeah.
People think of it as competition, but it's like if
a
you
way
don't
of life.
do that, you have to.
This is the way of life for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So from that story, how did you start traveling? When did you leave that setting?
So it's in a country area, right? My mom, she had her dreams and we had to move to the city to pursue them and just get out. I'm a kid, I just go wherever my mom goes. Right?
100%.
So we're in the city, moving all over, live with my uncle, my aunt, you know, every little place. And she was going back to school, and I had to go to school in the city. But whenever, every chance that I got, even a week holiday, I'd be back
at the farm
with my grandpa in the countryside. That's kind of where I felt more comfortable. So you got out of there, you're going to school, get exposed to the city life, and you're back with your grandpa intermittently every now and again. Summer 3 months, school 6 months, Christmas a month, every little holiday. So I'd say half of the year I was there, half of the year I was in the city. So the culture is kind of mixed, and then you start developing other interests. But the influence for me, having cable, is watching the cartoons and you see these little figures, Goku and the characters. They do these incredible physical feats, and obviously you're from that, so you're like, it kind of resonated. So you kind of try now to aspire to be incredible and physical and strong like these
characters,
right? So that's kind of how it developed, and where I went from there.
Yeah.
But
I want to
still-
do something. I never do this in a podcast. Just give me 1 second.
Oh, let's go. You brought it out. You
Never
brought
done
it
before on
out.
a podcast. Bro, this hoodie is normally framed on my wall.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's normally framed on my wall, but today I wanted to bring it out.
Let's go. Omedome anime, bro.
So, we're gonna go back into his story in a second, but guys, I have a few certain things on my wall at home that are framed up. This hoodie means the world to me. I got this from Omeily back when I was working at LA, and it was during a time where I was contemplating a lot of stuff, and I was battling my identity at the time. And for whatever reason, you told me something that day, bro, that stuck with me till now. You're like, yo, you said it just like this, too. You said, yo, you remind me so much of Zuko. And I'm like, why? And then it's like, you're like a damaged prince trying to find his redemption, you know? And then I asked you, like, out of all the elements, which element do you think that I would be? And you said, fire. And I think you gave this to me for free. I don't think you charged me for this, bro. And it's been with me ever since. And I want to thank you so much for that, bro, because those words have stuck with me from then till now. This is one of my most prized possessions.
Really?
Yeah, bro. It's not leaving my life. I'm gonna keep it with me, and I'm gonna frame it when I become massively successful.
Bro,
I promise you.
already-
There's a lot more levels to go. But okay, enough about me. This is about you. So incredible story. So from the city, went back to grandpa's during the months in.
Yeah.
So from that stage, where did you progress? So you started falling in love with anime and the fighting got involved, right? This is probably the 16, 17-year-old Omeily, right?
Oh man, from like even 10 early.
10. Okay.
No, even younger than that. That's kind of how I naturally like just being a curious kid and being kind of cultured in an environment that admires physical prowess, and then it just goes hand in hand. But something interesting happens when you move to the city, especially where I was. It became so the currency or so when in the countryside, it's respect and value is based on physical strength and how much you're able to bring in. As I gave the example with the buckets of water and the amount of fruits that you can reap and stuff like that. But in the city, all that matters is how dangerous you are, like how bad you are, who's the baddest man in the block, So the currency of exchange, the value system kind of
Changes.
shifts a little, but it's still based on physicality. So then you kind of, and then you have that natural little thing with the cartoons where you want to be strong like them, but then you also have to, have heart and guts and be willing to, be violent if necessary, and. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So that's kind of how my interest in physical dominance and violence and fighting
came about
in a little way. Yeah.
So leaving that, building that in Jamaica, how was that transition coming over to Canada and starting fresh here?
Oh well, I was always fighting as a kid. It's just what we do, how we prove our value. I think it's not normal. It's natural. You get your butt kicked, and sometimes you kick butt.
You learn from it.
But that culture kind of just leads to gang and violence, and maybe you die young, maybe not, right? And, there comes a point, especially when you start school, teens, a lot of raging hormones and decisions to make, where you're like, everybody around you is like, you're probably gonna end up dead if you keep down this path. You keep fighting everyone, right? One day someone's probably gonna pull a knife or a
No,
gun,
something on you.
you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. And it makes you think, huh?
Right, so
Mm.
especially when I was about to start high school,
Mm.
so a couple of my teachers were telling me, hey, if you do this, you're gonna get expelled, and you know. So I was kind of coerced to kind of push that value system of physical dominance down, focus a bit more on the academic side,
Mm.
where my curiosity about reality and life and just things, oh, what's this made of? How does it work?
Mm.
And kind of shifted to more Jimmy Neutron and Dexter's Laboratory,
Mm.
you know, where you
Yeah.
kind of want to be smart and, you know, just know how to kind of manipulate the world around you,
Yeah.
bend it to your will too.
Yeah, yeah.
If you want, you can build a flying car.